Hey beauties, good evening to you. So beautiful people, I was listening to a clipping from Nationwide, Cliff Hughes. He was apparently somebody had called in or contacted him or spoke with him. I don't know if it's on air or so, but more probably it was on air. I don't remember the name of the person that he had called. And I'm paraphrasing it. I'm putting it in my own way. He was basically saying it is as though the Jamaica Labour Party wants to lose come the next general election because they seem battle worn, you know. It's ironic because previous or prior to now, they were the ones who really ran social media, so to speak. They were the driving force. I mean, as you go on social media, you would see things in support of the Jamaica Labour Party. I mean, they ran, they were leading, they were the superior of the two, so to speak. And now the baton has passed to the People's National Party. They are the ones. Sometimes I hear people saying, I know they're going to do this and that, later, the JLP. And I'm like, what? I literally I don't know if I've ever in months come across, like a team of people speaking in support of the Jamaica Labour Party. I kid you not. As I scroll the internet, especially TikTok, some People's National Party political supporter or activist hitting out on the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party and whatever it is that they claim that they do or not do that is a detriment to the society. Like in droves. I see it daily. There is not a day that has not passed. They are killing social media. They're not playing with social. They're really invested. They have turned things up. And what the gentleman was saying to Cliff Hughes, on the basis of what Cliff Hughes has said, this is secondhand information, because for me, secondhand information for me, because I didn't hear the interview, I should say, that after 8 years, it seems as if they have given up. Now, if what the man is saying is true, it therefore tells me a story that it was not a sincere win, meaning they truly did not want to win because they really want to help the people of Jamaica, help the country to grow and to develop and to become better, where the country can finally experience what it means to be emancipated and to have independence. Because if after 8 years is a long time. In American politics, you're only given 2 terms and then it goes to another person. So you as the individual cannot go more than 2 terms, based on their laws. So, I can understand that. But it's whoever win based on our type of democracy and our type of, laws. And I'm saying to myself, it would be a feat on their end if they were able to cop the third term, not just copying the prize of, oh yes, we're in 3 terms, but to ensure that their type of leadership focuses and mirrors the level 5 leader, where it is service for the people. It is about high productivity, high output, but high service for the people. Taking the mission and the vision of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, where it says to serve, to reassure, to protect the people of Jamaica, almost at all cost. And when I heard, how Cliff Hughes is really good. He's a real good, media person. When he brought it home, it's almost like you were feeling the pain. Like you're saying, oh my God. Because it doesn't feel good. And this has nothing to do with a political ploy or politics. When you see somebody giving up, it is not a good feeling, because you feel like that sort of spirit, spirit as in attitude and even spirit as in spirit, so to speak, would pass on to you, because, that energy, it's live. It's like exposed live wires that you're so careful that you don't want to touch, or your hand touch water and somehow you get to touch that live wire. You don't want that. It was depressing literally hearing it. And it has nothing to do with if PNP were in their stead and doing the same thing and I heard the same information, I would have felt the same way. Because it doesn't feel good hearing, fight. But the fight has to be real. In other words, your leadership has to be real. Your service of the people has to be real. It means that yes, you can be battle worn and you feel a little low, but you get up back, you come with some strategy and saying, hey, it therefore may tell the story that it was not genuine from the first place. It may tell that story. Because the reality is, we see the indicators. When we look in our country, look at how depressed and downtrodden people are. And I suppose that downtrodden feeling and that depression has risen to the occasion and has fallen over or gone over onto the leadership and the team members of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because I said to myself, it didn't take for that man to say that I was feeling the same way. I said it is as though they don't want to win. There is no possible way that somebody wants to win. And day after day, hearing the Jamaican people cry, the pensioners, the civil servants, the public sector workers, the Jamaica people at large, the diaspora. There is no way that you can be hearing the masses saying something and you're saying another, and the masses are not assisted. Just a select few, especially those in leadership. You've heard videos after videos. Look at the Jamaica civil servants. They're still in limbo with monies that are to come to them. In limbo. Last December, the public sector servants have not gotten $1. They're the larger of the two. So they would encompass quite a number of the Jamaican people. They would encompass quite a number of the Jamaican people, whether you're a civil servant, a lawyer, a doctor, nurse, a teacher, police officer, firefighter. And I said, there is no possible way that you can be hearing people beating and beating and beating and kicking and kicking, and you do nothing. So when the gentleman who was speaking, my apologies, with Cliff Hughes, to say it's as though they have given up and the PNP, it's like they're re-energized. It tells a story. It can be read that way, that it was not sincere and genuine. Because one of the strengths of a good leader is persistence. Persistence. It's like love. Love endures. Love never fails. Love endures. Love never fails. Strong leaders endure. They don't. And when I say fail, you know what I mean? Don't give up. That's what I mean when I say don't fail. Don't give up, no matter how it looks. Fight to the very end. If they lose, they lose. But you must fight to the very end and even thereafter. Fight until the very end. But you can't just fight without good weapons. What are the weapons? Ensure that the people are cared for. You said you merged two slogans from the two sides of the political fence. It takes cash to care, but you have to care about the people, something of the sort. You said it takes cash to care, but you have to care about the people, and you merged the two when you gave in your speech, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in the Sitting House of Representatives just a few weeks ago. And it's as though the fire has gone out. It therefore may tell the story that it wasn't genuine from the beginning. It may tell that story. Because strong leaders don't give up. Strong soldiers in the army don't give up. They don't talk to them. They go to death. They go to the point of that. Soldiers. It was depressing to hear it. I don't know if it's a way how Cliff Hughes said it. And, playing it and you just feel it. And, you said, wow. Wow. You're here to serve, to protect, and to reassure. It's not just a slogan of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It should be the mission of the political party that is in leadership, even those in opposition. Oh, what a web we weave. We will see what we will see. We have spoken as a people. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.